Just can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Just can't get enough.
push me to the max. to the max. Push me to the max.
Hello everyone, welcome back to BRC SR. This weekend has been some of the best bingo we've seen throughout the entire tournament. It's been an absolute blast, and we're finishing up our first season of BRC Bingo League today, right now, during this stream. I'm super excited. It's been a hell of a few months getting through this tournament. But it's been so much fun, so many banger matches throughout the season, and really this entire playoffs bracket has just been kind of nuts. I'm really excited for this next match, so we're going to go ahead and hop on into it. Our players are both ready. Stuart, I'm sure you've been looking over this board plenty.
It's fun. I've had it open for a while. I've only really just started to read it. I like Matan a lot. Brink's really good. Burston's also pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff on this board in terms of just fast collectibles.
Yeah, I have not looked at this board at all yet, despite having it all set up on the back. But I mean, I know you've been playing in playoffs too. I mean, how do you feel about this matchup? I feel like this is not one we expected to see after Vayne beat me in round one earlier yesterday. But I feel like this matchup's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I definitely would favor Sindark here. Trying to think what I could say without being too mean. But I feel like this is a good match to see what form Sindark is in to play me. That's how I'm
Damn.
feeling. I mean, we'll see what happens. That's how I'm approaching this from my mindset. I would be welcome to be proven wrong by Vayne though, but
Yeah, I definitely am kind of right there with you. I think this is going to be Sin's match to lose, frankly. If Vayne's in good form, definitely can sneak up from under him. But if Sin manages this, he's into grand finals, and I'm really excited to see whoever wins this going into grand finals. This board is like fairly open, though. I think Matan and is a pretty good start. All of that's really fast. Brink, I feel like, is kind of underrated. Like all that stuff is really close together, so you can route it really well.
Right here. So a square and a Brink would you like? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Brink rep also fairly convenient on this board, I would say, just because there are a lot of places you can get rep really fast. Looks like Sindark's gonna actually miss Hideout Zip into Matan, which means Vayne's gonna get a lead into Matan here.
Yeah, so Vayne beating out to Dedication. I'm a little surprised to see both players start Matan here, but not super surprised. I definitely think Matan's like really good here. I expected at least one of them to go square, but looks like they're gonna be splitting. Oh,
Ooh, Vayne getting a nasty bounce out off of that up dog there. I guess that reverse up dog, and then Sindark just doing it a very like casual way, just going straight to the top there. Going to
I think
get Teddy 4.
I think that's a good play because I think if you go straight there from the hideout entrance, and like you cut out the whole travel time of actually getting the billboard, so it's probably faster overall even if you hit the zip into the bounce. If not, it's very close. So
I think it's one of those things that you go for if you're trying to snipe. Sindark hasn't marked yet. This early into the game, not having a mark on the board is kind of dangerous. You know, you kind of have to assume some things. So I think going for the snipe play, if it worked, that would be hype. But it unfortunately got an evil bounce. Zip bomb coming into play there.
Yeah, so that was interesting. They kind of came out of that pretty much even. They both, like, Sin left slightly early, down a point, so was able to get the square collectible. So they're basically tied right now. They're both going for this road post. Vayne with a slight lead. Vayne probably going to get it. And yeah, there we go. Vayne got it. So literally, they have contested every single square, I think, so far.
Yeah, this is a really interesting start, like going head to head in a lot of these areas.
And they're both going Brink. They want to duel. They want to fight it out as far as semis today.
You know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for this really aggressive playstyle. We don't usually see stuff like this too much. You know, I would say like a lot of the time you are punished for doing stuff like this. You generally want to play pretty safe overall. So like this head-to-head battle is like kind of sick. We don't see this very often, especially in 1v1, really cool. I would say.
Vayne missing the jump for spawning season twice. Sin now going for it. So this is do or die right now for Vayne. Vayne has to. Oh, they're literally synced. They're literally synced up.
Oh, and Vayne misses the mantle.
Third. So Sin snipes it. That is a huge blow.
Yeah, that's tough. That puts Vayne really on the back foot here, especially as they don't go for Escalator here. And Sindark missing Escalator, so this gives Vayne a chance to clutch up here. Going to get a bounce straight onto really the rail. That was sick.
That was really well done.
I was literally just about to say, you know, I'm not too big a fan of Vayne's routing here. Personally, I think Pit is way more important than spawning season. I get the idea, you get spawning season fall down, but you don't really know where Sin's going, and then Sin marks that. You kind of have to commit to it. Kind of rough, but Sindark's going to get out into hideout first, going to start spraying for boost, I'm gonna guess. Hideout rep's not on the board.
Some boost there. Grabbing the hideout collectible.
A quick snipe, another one? That's like the third one.
Again, going into Vertum. They are still following the same line.
What is this?
Through Baton, through Square, through Brink, through Hideout, and now back to Versum. These players have been in the same burrow.
Dude, the Neuralink is like, they're synced. It's crazy. Ooh, and Vayne missing Milky Way twice. Sin going to be able to get Pico Palette here really quickly. Just doing the alternative where you go under the billboard instead of on top of it, getting a really kind of messy car boost. I was gonna say good car RNG, but then misses it. We'll see if he can turn that into another point.
Yeah, it's a race right now for
so
Red Auto.
crazy. What is this?
Yeah, they have been contesting every single. We've never seen something like this in a big.
Dude, this is nuts. They're like exactly routed, like identical.
And then Vayne barely snipes that one.
Dude, it's so rare in BRC for the micro movements to matter because usually you just have zips. So this is like, this is so cool.
Yeah, we're finally gonna see some deviation now as Vayne is going.
Oh my god!
Mine Alley billboard collectible, while Sin is leaving to go. I don't even know where you go here. I mean, I guess Pyramid, but
Pyramid or Maul. Looks like he's gonna go Pyramid. I mean, I personally think it's about time. Frankly, this is where the plays are gonna start to get made. I think Pyramid is insanely valuable compared to that extra Versum collectible that Vayne got. There's only two.
Maybe too slow.
There are 4 bingos possible. That row 1, where Vayne has the square Matan, but that's going to get blocked by Can You Say Hi if Sindark gets that. And then for Sin has a lot of options. Column 3, column 4 both opened, though kind of difficult. And then Maul, or the row 4 with Maul, Devil Theory, and another Versum reward. I think this is where plays start to get made, and frankly, I like where Sin's at just positionally. Like, Pyramid is super valuable here, and he's buffering. Oh my god.
It seems like we have a little bit out of sync now, but they're no longer contesting each other so heavily, so that should be fine.
Yeah, let's see if I can get that sync back up. But yeah, I think that's really like so unique, I think. And to start off finale day like that is so cool.
And the fact that they're still tied in points after all that is crazy. You think one player would kind of
that is nuts.
Ran away with it, but
I mean, I think that it proves that like Vayne is here for a reason, you know? I don't think this was a fluke.
No, yeah, for sure.
You know, I think a lot of people went into yesterday expecting Vayne to put up a close fight, but ultimately lose, and then kind of surprise all of us by winning. And then here, I mean, this is a really good performance from both of them so far. Like, Snipe Fest like that, usually you don't come out tied.
No, normally one player will get most of them, and the game will just be over.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to change pretty heavily here, I think, as Sindark enters Devil Theory now. So we'll see how that ends up going for Sindark, but it depends how Vayne scores while he's doing this.
Yeah, I just want to say Sin's at 8 right now, not 7. I don't know if you're doing the points or if someone else is.
I'm trying to sync them up real fast. Hold up.
Okay, no,
there you go.
Yeah, so this could be a pretty quick 4 points for Sin, and a pretty important 4 points as it's 2 of the 2-pointers, 2 of the faster ones.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is where Sin will probably break away if Vayne doesn't really capitalize on Sindark's score battle route. I mean, Sin is pretty good at score battles. Definitely not the best, but far from the worst, I would say. So usually has pretty good routing through these. We'll see if he drops combo at all. That is a, you know, that's your lose condition, I would say. Some really nice ground trick cancels there. I mean, Pyramid is also just like so much more to sorry, Balatro has taken over my brain a little bit.
That's ridiculous.
But you're gonna get such a high multiplier off of everything in Pyramid, and that lets Sindark breeze through Devil Theory.
Oh, and grabbing You Can Say Hi first try here. One of the hardest collectibles to get. That jump to make it to that platform is it's very tricky. You have to time your double jump really well. I was practicing that earlier. So hitting it first try is very good. I think 13. Let me do
13.
3, 4, 5. 12. What did I say? Did I say 13?
You said 13. SMH, fake commentator, doesn't know how to do math. And Vane's still at 9, so a little bit behind.
Yeah, I think Vayne was.
Rep.
I think the crucial decision there was Vayne going for that back alley collectible, and then
Yeah.
a little bit slow getting into mall and getting that collectible. Like that whole sequence of events was just a little too slow for Vayne.
Yeah, I definitely think like getting taxi and then leaving that collectible for later is a difficult call to make because I don't think you expect Syndark to leave. I think you expect Syndark to still be racing you just because of how the past 5-6 minutes have gone.
Yeah, because you're racing literally everything.
Literally everything. So it's a difficult decision, I would say, to, take that and just go. But, it's still a really tight battle, I would say, going into the end game here. We see Syndark in Square going to try to go into Brink. This is where it gets scary for Syndark now, I would say.
Sin will just grab the collectible here. That's the safe play to make when you have this lead, is just take off fast squares. I mean, mech adversary is debatably fast because it's pretty tricky. Oh no, actually starting rep. Okay, so that's a bit of a big opportunity for Vayne.
Yeah, this is where Vayne can lock in and clutch up, if you will, where this rep, has a substantial lead, but I would say Syndark is probably a favorite to actually clutch up a rep route. He's generally very good at routing them and knows all the routes pretty well, I would say.
Made the rep route for
made a lot of them. Yeah, so, has that kind of innovator's advantage.
Yeah, it's especially in an area like Brink, a lot of the reps kind of spaced out. So if you're like freestyling a route, you could just bleed like tons of time. If
so much.
So even though this is like a 26 rep lead, like I wouldn't feel super comfortable right now, for Vayne.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, it is still a sizable amount. So we'll see it like just how much time Sin could claw back here just from a better route, which we're assuming will happen. I mean, Vayne might end up with a better route, but
yeah, so far Vayne has been just kind of going around docks, which docks is good, so not too bad there, but going to probably lose time as Vayne transitions into other areas of the route, which will make it tricky for them to win.
That's a big void out right there.
Ooh,
it's a big void out.
Yeah. That's rough.
That's like 20-30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah. Getting to... That's also not going to work. Wow, okay, never mind, I'm wrong.
I mean, the lead has already shrunk. It is now only 12.
Yeah. Syndark is in a really heavy rep area, while Vayne is in the center area, doesn't have a lot of points. Brink's entrance is so point dry. Oh,
this is
kind of smart. I like this.
I thought of doing this.
Ooh, actually, I wonder if this scares Syndark out of Brink too, because this is the first thing Vayne has marked in like how long? 4 minutes?
That would be such a huge play if this forces Sin to leave.
And also gets a sizable rep.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think Sin only has docks left on his route. I don't even fully remember the Brink route.
I think you go to docks last after getting the dog percent stuff. That close. It's not a dog.
Something dog related.
It's your zip, man. But yeah, this has been a really tight rep race this entire time. Syndark closing it out, but that play to get mech adversary and get all the rep there was so smart. It puts Vayne in a pretty good spot to get the last of it. Going to start mesh for the extra 8, which I'm a huge fan of that strat. While getting the stuff around spawning season.
Vayne only needs just a little bit more.
Should be able to finish it up with these extra 2s, and
I think they're gonna need a little. They need what? Oh no, it is a 146. I thought it was 148. Okay, so Vayne actually gets.
Yeah.
That's a huge play for Vayne.
Vayne clutches up, and just like that, they're ahead now. Or sorry, it's tied now. I forgot
I was double checking your math. I was like, wait, that can't be right.
I forgot there's an extra rep on the board. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be. Oh, does Vayne have Mall Taxi? If Vayne has Mall Taxi, yeah. I think this is really good spot for them. Going to Hideout does not have Mall Taxi, I believe, unless I misread.
I mean, I don't think Vayne wants to do rep here.
Oh, going back to Matan. Okay, I like that.
Well, the thing is, as soon as I'm trying to think. Oh man, I'm gonna lose today. My brain's not working as it should. I can't. I don't know what the winning play is here. Does Sin commit to Mall rep here after seeing the collectible get marked?
No, I think what Sin does is partial it. You can't commit all the way. That gives Vayne way too much time to get these 3 collectibles. Even with like Vayne's disadvantage in Pyramid is going to be costly because Syndark has the Pyramid Taxi in all likelihood. I'm not 100% sure, but you don't.
I didn't see how they left after getting double 3. They might have.
I didn't either, actually. But so maybe someone in chat knows. But also Vayne apparently does have Mall Taxi, so. After
for sure has Mall Taxi.
This is weird though, because Vayne just gave information by getting the red light cubby. So Syndark knows that it's not contested and could either dip here to ensure that they have a lead into Mall rep and get the 1 point, or this is such a weird in game.
What I would do is I'd do this main room like rep route with flying fish, or I think they have something else they like to do. Yeah, they do this, and then what you do is you taxi out, and then that way all you have left is the theater part of the rep route, and you could just come back and do that later. But I do think you do this main room while you're here, and then you just taxi out.
Right. I think I agree with that. Especially now that you have info that Vayne's going for the fast pointers. Because Vayne's in Versum now, you can't win with just 2. Mall rep is going to be one of the more important things. And I think
really clean zip.
They're going to zip out instead. I like that, but I think that confirms that Sin likely doesn't have the taxi to Pyramid. In my mind.
I must not. And also, they didn't taxi out either, so they're not gonna have the taxi to get back.
Oh no, going to Versum.
Yeah, Versum's definitely the more appealing of these 2 squares. But
Vayne has a pretty substantial lead to this, already has the story spray and quite a bit of rep, 20. I need, let me look.
What is it, wall run? You only need 30.
You only need 30, so we'll see if Vayne knows how much they need. They do have the trigger activated to spawn in the challenges, so once they spray more rep, we'll see that challenge unlock.
There it is.
And Vayne's going to beat Syndark to this, and from there, Syndark has to get to Pyramid.
Well, the thing is, Syndark's gonna win the Pyramid race. I feel like. Because Vayne's going to be farther away from the square entrance, I would assume. Because this is the one you have to go under the bridge to grab the collectible, I'm pretty sure, right? Or is it when you jump over the gap?
Yes, it's the one under the bridge. So, this is going to be really interesting. But Syndark zipping away to the story spray, that's going to actually maybe put him behind, depending on how Vayne gets out of Versum. Oh, Vayne took the wrong decision.
Why is he does this cutscene?
I don't know. That's okay. That's gonna put him in a bad spot.
He thought he lost. He thinks he's giving up. This is not over, Sin, right? Am I faded?
Wait, Sin called GG.
I think that's super premature. I'm double checking my math right now. 8. Sin's at 12, Vayne's at 13. I mean, he has more. All he had to do is win a pyramid rep race.
Vayne's at 14.
Yeah,
but Syndark called GG.
If Syndark just has to win the pyramid rep race, which when he sees the square get marked, he had zip storage. He could just do like the any percent zip storage to go under the wall, but there's not even a wall there, so it's not even hard to hit. And then you have to assume you beat Vayne out of.
Wow.
Because Vayne's gonna be under the bridge. So I don't know, unless you're like absolutely certain Vayne pre-sprayed, which Vayne did not. The taxi sign's also far away from under the bridge adverse him, so you can't even assume Vayne's just gonna get there faster. But like Sin was the one in pyramid earlier. I don't understand that forfeit. I just straight up don't. Let me open. Are they talking about in the bingo sync chat? But
yeah, Vayne's asking what happened, so I mean, giving the reason for the forfeit, but it does look like Syndark's going to forfeit the end game there. That is
that's crazy to me.
Really interesting.
Especially with Maul pre-sprayed. Like, I kind of understand it if you don't have Maul pre-sprayed at all, considering Vayne was there earlier. So you're like, okay, I have to win the pyramid rep race, and then I have to win the Maul rep race when Vayne has taxi and maybe could have pre-sprayed. Like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. But you have half the Maul rep. You were the one in pyramid. You know Vayne never went to pyramid. You know you're gonna be the one to win, like get out of Versum first. You're gonna have the lead going into pyramid just because of the positioning. Like I don't know. We'll
I mean, I think that's a really interesting decision, but Vayne taking game one after a insane back and forth. That was a 20-minute game, one of the longest in the league so far. Just wild stuff, and that's game one of this best of 5. Okay.
I mean, it had such a crazy end game that we're not even really mentioning how they were tied for the first 12 points of the board. Like,
yeah, I mean,
what a game.
I've been saying this whole time playoffs is going to be the best of the best, and what a good showcase.
And that's a big win for Vayne, because I mean, everyone knew Vayne was the underdog going into this. So to start off with a hotly contested 1-0, Vayne's got to be feeling like, okay, I'm here for a reason. I could win this series.
Right.
This is serious.
I think that inspires some confidence for sure.
So yeah, that's insane. That was an insane game. No words.
According to chat, Syndark had 24 rep in pyramid, but didn't have taxi. So would have been behind, but the rep gap there is probably enough to be able to seal it.
Well, the thing is, Sin was just finished the story spray. All you have to do is go to the billboard. Zin 100% had zip storage because that's how they got there. So you just zip storage straight into square. That takes 3 seconds. Then you go up to the billboard on top of square where we do the chapter 4 any percent zip into pyramid. That's also super fast. So and that's the thing. Unless you forget where the collectible is, you know Vayne's under the bridge. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it's a miscalc, but I would like to imagine that Syndark. I mean, I don't know. It's
I just don't know what
there's a 2-pointer and a collectible still on the board. It's always guaranteed that like you need either both if you're behind or one if you're ahead. So I would imagine that Syndark has enough experience to know that for sure, but I'm not super sure. Maybe it was a miscalc, or maybe it's a tilt. Maybe he's tilted after getting sniped, which I also totally get. But what a wild game one.
The only thing I can think of is that Sin thought that Vayne would go Maul and do it before he finished the pyramid reward. But I mean, at that point, it's just a coin flip. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But we do have a game 2 to get to. I haven't looked at all at this board yet, so I guess we're gonna see how they play it out as we get started. Let's
Pyramids,
see.
Meh. Matan looks good. Vayne agrees. Sin hitting that zip. I'm always impressed when someone hits that zip. I can't hit that zip.
That zip's really hard. I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I think Matan's pretty good. I like the square into the flexible play because this to me seems like a relatively balanced board.
Break has a really fast 2 into taxi. But go in Maul. What's in Maul? I don't know if I love Maul here.
I feel like Maul is not super strong.
It's not. I mean, Maul's great for a mid game play because all three of these collectibles you could kind of like chain together.
Right.
Well, two of them at least you could chain together, but
Hitting sick Teddy 4 strat there to
everyone's hitting this now, which is like goes to show the level of play we're at. Where like this is consistent because that's not an easy. There's a lot of like light pulls or just random geometry you could bump in.
Yeah.
That will either kill your zip speed or just block you before actually getting the launch off the ramp. And the ramp's skinny on its own.
Bank to follow the billboard for reverse up dog. Going to cost some time, but not too much. I mean,
this is not
zip out. I see. Yeah, I would have just you got the respawn anyways. Just I would have gone for it again. Syndark going to get a second collectible on Maul. We'll see whether or not he goes for the third with I Want to Know, but likely not going to go Taxi out.
Yeah, I think Vayne was slow enough in Matan where Sin's decision to go Maul kind of works out.
Right, you're capitalizing on Vayne, kind of playing that.
I think if Vayne plays optimally there, like that decision to go Maul could have been punished a lot harder.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But we're gonna see Syndark get the hideout collectible. Makes sense. Just taxied out of Maul. Then Vayne into Pyramid. I like Pyramid on this map, on this board, but I don't know. It's too early, is the thing. I feel like the Pyramid is relatively committal.
I like Pyramid. Pyramid was my second favorite area after Brink, and then arguably after Matan. Versum is, well, I guess this is pretty fast if you hit the yeah, I forgot about this out of bounds for this court Ropo, so this was actually a pretty fast play out of Sin.
Going to hit the 30 FPS clip, so sick. I love that one.
I didn't know that actually puts you back inbounds. I thought you had to avoid out after that, so that's a pretty strong play.
You know, looking at the board control, I really like the square placement that Syndark is getting. Everyone here is like very center. I mean, already threatening the column 3. That diagonal is pretty sneaky, and you've blocked the top left, bottom right for Vayne. You know, blocking row 3 and column 4. I think Maul might be good just from a like board controls perspective because Syndark's setting up a lot of threats while shutting down a lot of Vaynes. Now, I guarantee you that's not why Syndark went for that, because Syndark does notably never go for bingos.
Like that early. But I think both players are going to be going straight to Brink here.
I could totally see that, and means that Sin likely has the lead, but it's pretty close, I would say.
I'll see if Vayne goes for the
movement mistake. No, it's gonna be about equal.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. Wow.
I think this is
we'll see who comes out of the loading screen faster. And it's Vayne. All right, going into a Brink race. I like it.
Why are you grabbing the spray? No
way Vayne is spraying into pit and loses it because of that fucking punish. Oh my god.
Brink rep is so far away.
That is tragic. I guess they wanted. I mean, I like the pre-spray move, but it's just you don't have information and you're getting punished for something you couldn't have possibly known. Syndark going to go for hair done, nails done, but going to be a little bit behind.
Yeah, gonna get.
So Vayne's gonna get that.
For it.
Yeah, snipe back.
If Vayne got both of those, that would have been such a strong position.
It's a gunfight, and both of them are kind of in a stalemate right now. We'll see who can hit escalator first. Vayne getting a stair clip.
No.
And
doing a
Syndark getting it.
What is Vayne doing? Vayne needs a taxi right now. Oh no. Okay, Vayne was gonna go for it again.
Vayne was
now gonna taxi.
This puts Vayne in a good position, though.
Yeah, down 1, but gonna have kind of their pick of the
down 2. I didn't update scores. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm a bad restreamer. I know.
Slightly don't like their position slightly, or like their position slightly less now. But
I mean, I think 2 points is fine here if you're getting out ahead to somewhere. And
yeah, but where?
I think now is the time for Pyramid. Rise is a really
Rise is pretty
strong
fast. Square
on this, I think.
I should have practiced Rise. Just thinking, I'm like, so, like I don't know the optimal rise. Like, Sin did it so fast the last game. So I think if
Yeah,
you could
Rise
do it that
is really fast.
Sin going Matan. Matan is what I would do because there's just two up dogs you have to hit for 2 collectibles. And that's way more appealing to me than Rise. It's also probably faster than Rise.
I think the 2 collectibles is nice into Futurism. Yeah, I would agree. There, a little bit better board vision, I would say, from Sindark to go Matan here, but I mean, I don't hate Pyramid either. I mean, both of these plays I think make sense, but on the back foot, I think Vayne had to be a little bit more aggressive, push for a few more points, but likely just didn't see one of the collectibles. It's hard to keep on top of everything you have. And we're gonna, you know, I feel like finally getting some downtime as Sindark's going to just collect a pretty easy 2 collectibles here, and our Vayne's just on the way to get Rise now. Finally some time to relax and breathe. Oh my god.
It'll be very interesting to see what Sin chooses to do here.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be that surprised going back to Futurism. I mean,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, what a banger zip! Holy shit!
Yeah, a very interesting way to get there.
I've never seen that before. That was so good. I feel like that one bowling commentator who like hit that nasty shit on air after a strike. Okay. If you know, you know. It's fine.
I do not know. You'll have to link me that afterwards.
Hold on, let me see if I can find that while they're both doing character unlocks.
Vayne
Play it on stream. I'll post it in chat for the gamers. It's me as hell right now. This match has been so good so far. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm not loving how Vayne's doing Rise here. I mean, I don't know the optimal way to do it. I wasn't watching Sin closely enough last game, but get him in now.
I think it was fast enough. I mean, it took about 3 minutes, and I think about 3 minutes is close to optimal. Sindark is just a different breed, I think.
Well, I mean, this is the playoffs. You gotta be a different breed.
That's true.
I just feel like that 2 points, like Sin was able to get both collectibles and get, I don't know, halfway through Futurism, a third of the way through. Kind of deceptive because, like, even though they're not halfway through on points, it's like the multipliers kind of, you know what I mean, math.
Yeah, it's gonna add up over time with the combo, and I think this is gonna be a really strong position for Sindark in the end game here. I mean, Vayne going to get the 5 times Robopost, doing it pretty normal. I think that's fair, especially from the position you're at. You're the top. And I mean, I think
a column 1 bingo has to be the play from.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is, you know, if you get that column 1, you're really in the lead now. But it's Bizarre Wall Run and Moai Marathon. I feel like that's a hard 2 to pick up. I mean, also notably, that diagonal for Sin is a very realistic threat as well. The bottom left, top right. I mean, I don't think Sindark sees it because, again, bingo blindness, but, you know.
And Futurism marked by Sin, so Vayne's going to have that info.
Yeah. This is a tight end game. Going to Brink. I don't know how I feel about that.
Misclick. Meant to go, no?
No, gonna close out Brink. I mean, I don't like this play. Yeah, I think you need to push your advantage in column 1. That's the way you get back into this game. You know, committing to rep allows Sindark to kind of go unpunished after Futurism. I mean, it's a long ways to get out of Matan after hitting Futurism. Futurism, definitely the worst score battle goal in the game, I think, like bar none. It just takes so long, such a high score.
The highest score needed.
And it takes forever to get out, you know? Like, that was an easy 15 seconds Cinder did just moving. And that's a long time in BRC.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I thought Maul was the play here for both players. Sin agreeing with me.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how I feel about Maul. I feel like Moai Marathon is a long goal. You do have I Wanna Know. I did forget about that, so
yeah,
you're gonna be able to just actually I'm curious if Sin just gets this goal and then commits to Pyramid.
That is one way you could win. The thing
Pyramid
is,
or
Sin has
Brain.
a lot of options here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, getting some rep on the way just in case Moai Marathon becomes important, but I mean, this is gonna be weird. If that bingo threat goes unblocked, they do have to play to 16 or until the bingo is blocked. So, because that could put Vayne back in the lead in theory. So we'll see if that's something that Vayne goes for. I mean, in Versum now, I think realizing the mistake after Sindar collects the Maul rep, but missing... There we go, missing once, not too big a deal, but could be costly in game as tight as this. This timing is... I feel like this timing is going to be really tricky to nail. But Sindar going into Brink!
Yeah, this is... I didn't quite see the rep total of Vayne when they left, but I have to imagine it's a decent amount. Not getting this collectible very quickly, though. Missing Milky Way, and then now missing that. So this is going to be a lot slower than it could have been. So we'll see if Sin could catch up. But I don't even know if you're Vayne if you go back to Brink after this. I wouldn't if I was in their shoes.
I think you do have to commit to the bingo. That's your only way to win, realistically. Oh, not knowing where you can clip in at, going to have to turn around. And, I mean, you have to be really careful to not fall here, because that if you land on the ground, the Bazaar will actually reset your Death Warp to in the Bazaar.
Ain't give me a heart attack here. Okay, finally grab it.
Yeah, that's scary. We'll see if Sindark sees the bingo threat that Vayne has now. That diagonal notably blocked with that Versum collectible, so I feel like that Versum collectible kind of sneakily really important here.
I mean, okay, I'm trying to do the math real quick. Are these scores correct?
Yes, these scores should be correct.
I mean, thing was, Sin after this is at 15. Vayne with the bingo will have 13. So, assuming Vayne gets the bingo and Sin gets this Brink rep, Sin will just need one of the last two squares in Pyramid, but the thing is, these two squares go hand in hand because it's the score battle 1 in Pyramid. And Vayne's starting Pyramid rep here.
Could just be going for the reward as well, but we'll see. This is another really strange end game, and I know if I was in the player's shoes, like, this is going to be hard to figure out how you know, been a trend for this series so far, I guess. Gonna be really tough, and you know, both of these games have gone over 15 minutes, which is, I think, a testament to just how good both of these players are.
Yeah, these have been bang outs so far.
I definitely think, like, if going into score battle, I do kind of like this. I mean, you're leaving the bingo threat, and whether or not Sin contests it, you can, in theory, with your Brink lead, still win, but Vayne doesn't have the vision that Sindark is just doing Brink rep. This is scary. After Brink gets marked,
yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, like, think of different ways this game could play out. I mean, Sin could just go for the Maul reward after seeing one of these pyramid squares get marked out of Vayne. Just instantly just go to Maul and just win because you blocked the bingo.
yeah.
I mean, you don't win on the spot because you have to still go back and finish Brink, but I mean, you have such a rep lead. You would have to feel 100% confident in that. I didn't see how much rep Vayne had in Brink, but there's no way it was more than Sin has now. So I feel like Sin wins this no matter how this shakes out, unless I don't know.
Well, again, while that bingo's on the board, technically it would be still a game that you have to play. Even if Syndark's at 15 points to win would increase if Vayne gets the bingo. I think with Vayne committing to Pyramid, going to get 11 points now, and
so Sin getting that info. Sin about to finish the Brink rep. Yeah, you see it there. So both players have the info on each other. Sin doesn't know this game's over. Should I join the call? I feel like that's unfair to the players just to... Okay, Sin's playing now. Okay, I was about to say, if that's how this game ends, I feel like that'd be unfair.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, Syndark does have a little bit of a rep lead into Moai Marathon, but I don't think Vayne realizes just how important that Mole collectible is. It's the only thing keeping them in the game.
Well, I think Vayne's trying to leave, just not being able to hit these zips, falling off once and then hitting that. Or are they actually trying to commit to Pyramid rep? I mean, you just lose if you commit to Pyramid rep. Oh no, okay, just leaving in a very...
Going to zip out to the boats, not having the mall taxi, turning back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turning back again. Okay,
Vayne's trying to figure out the math. Not quite.
I don't blame you
on the board state. So
yeah, so to clarify, but in case you haven't watched Bingo before, Bingos give additional points, and when those points are scored, the score to win actually increases by 1. Usually it's 15, but because there is a bingo that has not been blocked or scored, we're continuing, because in the case that Vayne gets that bingo, then score to win would increase to 1, or increase to 16.
That's the tricky part, that is easy to like miss or forget, is that even if the player losing has the threat, it's still, you play on as if like it's 16 to win until that threat goes away. So yeah, it's like the most complicated situation you could have.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's one of those things where with our bingo scoring rules, like, which, I mean, you can speak for yourself. I think the bingo scoring rules make this game so much better. But it's one of those weird things that in order to make that work, that's a rule that comes into play. Thankfully, it won't matter too much. Syndark,
yeah, it's not
winning it out. But I mean, this set so far has just been non-stop confusion, apparently.
Yeah, game 1 was a game of action. This was just a game of confusion. I think both players not really understanding.
I mean, this is a hard board state to read.
Yeah, this is just, everyone's
like
just kind of
really
lost.
Tricky. But Syndark going to clutch it out.
And that will be game.
That will be a game. GG. Another 20-minute game. Whew. This is a best of 5, by the way. I don't think if all of these games go to, or if this game goes to game 5 and all of them are 20-minute long games, how long is that? 80 minutes of bingo?
It's a lot of bingy.
Holy shit. And there's a game we have to play after this too. Grand Finals, baby. Oh my god.
Sim will be so gassed. Or either player, whoever wins will be so gassed. I mean,
no spill.
I'll be able to sweep to a quick one. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah. I don't know. My brain, that just fried my brain. That whole game fried my brain.
I don't blame you.
Are coming to my head right now.
Well, you know what? Maybe it'll inspire some thoughts to get a new board on stream.
Okay, I need to feed my cat. She's like, she's giving me penalized.
I mean, it's okay. You got time. Vayne's pissing. We're taking a quick break. It's fine. But you can talk something about the board coming up. Story leaked the script or leaking the script. So true. Right. What's on this board? I'm seeing Versum be really good so far. We do have Square Rep, Futurism, Coil, and Matan Rep. Matan is, oh my god. Matan is insane on this board.
Yeah, that is, I'm gonna be honest, I would be surprised to see the Matan Rep actually get marked. Unless this
I
game
would
goes
too, but I mean,
down to the wire.
how this set's been going. Yeah, I mean, Square pretty good. I would say Versum is my starting play here.
Versum.
You know,
I could see it.
That's 5 pretty quick points. Could transition really well into Square as well if you just go, you know, Death Boogie into headphones on. But
I think if you start
Operator,
Versum, you only grab the 2. You only grab Death Boogie and headphones on, and then dip. There's no, like, I think committing to the behind alley billboard and court road post would be too slow, too early.
I mean, I could see that. I think behind alley billboard is a little bit faster than you're giving it credit for, but I definitely think like this early, getting it would probably be a mistake. This board is also really strange, I would say. It feels really balanced, where
a lot
there's
of
not an immediate. I mean, Maul might be really good. Yeah. Trice Autumn into Noisy Ninja, which is not the slowest if you do play it well. Into Shine Autumn, Tias, and Bike Door, all of those a little bit challenging to route in a way that's fast, but that's 5 points in the first few minutes of the game. I would say that's well worth it if you can go uncontested. And I feel like that's a kind of sneaky play too, is the thing.
I don't know if you'd rush it. Well, you could. It's definitely like Maul would be my first area to look at after. Like, I would personally go Trice Autumn and Square, and into immediately Square entrance into Versum to grab the 2 fast ones, assuming my opponent didn't rush them. So post players into Square here. Sin missing the zip, so going to be a little bit behind.
Yeah, this is weird. Let me change back the points.
Vayne not having the boost to get the fast strat. Sin does, so Sin grabbing,
going to get it. Wow.
And then Vayne immediately going Maul. So Vayne agreeing with your analysis of the board earlier, and Sin agreeing with mine. We'll see. We'll see who.
Wow. We got both sides of the pie.
So now we both know who we're rooting for right now.
Yeah, let's go, Vayne. Fucking show that faker. Sin going to grab Death Boogie here really quickly, hop on up, and turn around into headphones on, helmet on.
And then my guess would be Pyramid after this.
I feel like Pyramid's not too bad. They're all 3 pretty quick points. Vayne missing the outfit. Ugh, tragic. Getting a good flying fish too, just a little bit too little height though.
Yeah, it's always risky. Did they drop on it from like above, or did they try and like zip, like bounce up it?
They hit the walkway. That. Oh, where is Sindark?
Oh my God, Sin.
It's
risky for that back
purgatory. I mean, usually that works just fine. I've never seen that before, and I do that strat all the time.
I'm surprised Sin's even sticking around in Versum, but
honestly, kind of same. But
you're so close to the Square entrance. You get that. I mean, I don't know if Vayne had marked a Square yet, so maybe you don't know.
So Vayne hadn't, and I think that's why Cinder committed. I mean, the past 2 games have been nuts shootouts where you're just constantly going back and forth. So maybe he thought, oh, this is another one of those. But Vayne had not marked anything, so that's a difficult thing to decide on what you're doing. I feel like Vayne's routing in Maul here has not been very stellar.
Maul is like, you have to play it so, and you have to also just have things go in your favor. Like a lot of tricks in Maul could just not go your way, and it's not really your fault.
Yeah, so, Maul hater in bingo too, just as much as it is any percent for sure.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure, and Vayne getting the bad edge of the sword here.
Yeah, I mean, I said going into Moa is a quick 5 points. That's worth it in the couple of minutes, but Vayne leaving with just 2 after 4, and Sindark coming out ahead on the other end. Mall collectible into Matan here. Interesting.
The other square collectible, the office vending machine, has not been grabbed. I'm assuming that's what Vayne's going for now.
I would imagine Vayne is doing this. Maybe Sindark's going Matan in order to get that, but going to transition into the entrance unless...
Oh no, just swag.
Never mind. And Vayne didn't collect it.
Wait, Vayne?
So that's just another point to Sindark.
I was watching. I can't believe Vayne didn't go for that.
Vayne just went straight to Pyramid. That's wild. Yeah,
that was just a free point right there.
Yeah, just missed it. Beating Sindark to it pretty handedly. But you know, good routing from Sindark. On the other hand, like going Matan and hitting the really difficult zip there, I would say.
Yeah, I don't like that one at all.
Vayne is... What is Vayne do? Oh, Agua is on the board. I did not see that.
So
I like that strat
down here
going
for the
around.
zip to grab Rise Winner Dumpster.
That route's
Sin
really
to be able
smart.
to snipe it.
Yeah, it depends on the zip, but Vayne getting both, and just like that, a little bit back into the game. You know, sniping Sindark to these checks that are kind of hard, but Sindark going to get ceremony, the helipad.
Yeah, so a little bit of a consolation prize from Sindark.
For sure.
Big play for Vayne out of there. Waste Sin's time while also coming out with a point lead. I just don't know if the deficit's already kind of too great, especially with Sin kind of getting the lead out of Pyramid. I didn't see exactly what Vayne was. I thought Vayne was right next to the taxi.
Vayne was right next to the taxi, but fell down trying to get ceremony, and I guess in that moment it got marked, and so going to be behind.
Okay. So that is...
I imagine Brink here from Sindark.
Yeah, Brink is the obvious area. The only area left untouched by both players. A lot of fast stuff.
And Vayne having bad pathing, Sindark doing the zip to get there. I forget what we call that one, reverse wrong warp. I think I'm the only person to call it that.
I don't know the name.
It has a name because it's used too mellow. That's it. And Sindark going to get Brink, and Futurism is a huge bingo threat now.
Yeah. We'll see how Vayne reacts to that. I mean, it can be bait, it can be a serious threat. So, very difficult position for Vayne to play from.
I do think Futurism is punk, but you're going to get 4 points out of it. So, I think it's well worth it. You know, after Brink, go just straight to Futurism. And I think this is... Honestly, this is a bit of a punch to the gut. I mean, getting sniped within milliseconds to the Solus rail. That is, this game is tough.
Yeah, if Vayne knew the jump that Sin did, then Vayne gets that significant, and still has quite a big lead. I don't think Sin has gotten any info on Vayne in a bit, so.
Oh, just more pain while we're here.
Yeah,
they're getting the zip strat for bomb beats. Oh, that's tragic. And there's no way either person here goes for Sunshine mixed tape. And Sindark's going to taxi out to hideout, unless I don't know, just zipping back to square. Sure, there.
I think Sin's at 10, if my math is correct.
Yes, I have not updated the scores. Thank you.
Yeah, this is forfeitable from Vayne. We'll see what Vayne does.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much fire to put out, and you know, I'm surprised to an extent that Vayne didn't go for Sunshine mixtape, because that blocks the diagonal that I think is a genuine threat if Sindark gets TS. You know, an extra point while you are both in Brink. You don't know what Sindark's gonna do. Going for Bike Door instead of TS, I don't like that. Unless Sindark having to abort mid Zip, that's so funny.
I would have just gone for it. I would have just veered at the wall and hoped for the best. Oh, Sin missing.
Yeah.
Big opportunity for
Sin
Vayne here.
missing mall clip. This could be Vayne's time to. Oh,
Failing.
oh, both of them are leaving.
Where are they going? I guess
What?
now they decide Matan's important. I guess
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Since seeing that the squares marked was initially going to be like, okay, let me just grab the other mall collectible. Then I think Sin realized, like, wait a minute, future. I could just go futurism now. Now that I know for a fact that Vayne is Vayne
Both
is
of them
not
getting.
the Matan, and I think Vayne realized, oh shit, now that he sees that, he's gonna know that futurism's free, and he's gonna go futurism. So now this just could be a futurism race.
Really? That's.
I mean,
that's. I hope it comes down to that because that would be so sick.
Oh my god, not a spray.
Oh no,
Spray
it's
is so like tone deaf right now with the board.
yeah.
Maybe it was just
I
for boost.
mean,
We'll say it's just for boost. Yeah, it was just for boost. Okay.
seventh day speaking facts. This is how Vayne can still win.
I mean, if Vayne actually look at the sync right now.
Oh
Vayne-
no!
Oh, but Sin gets a bad bounce. So gonna have to.
Oh, this
I would
is
just redo
bad
up
for
dark here,
both
but
of them,
I
honestly.
think Sin's gonna walk.
Yeah.
If Vayne does,
Vayne going for this strat.
no,
Oh,
that's
it
a
doesn't
strat.
get the clip.
Oh,
Yeah, if you clip through that wall, you get right to futurism, and it's really hard.
There's like a
well
100%
worth.
consistent way with no wall clips. You just like go around that building, like all of that. I'm assuming Vayne doesn't know it. Yeah, you like keep going left there.
Oh,
Oh my
Sindark.
god, Vayne actually gets here in time.
But Sindark going for the collectible as opposed to Vayne, who's going to just rush straight to futurism, but doesn't see where futurism
Find it,
is.
bro. Where are you?
There she is. And this
Slightly.
is going to be a few seconds apart. This comes down to who has the better score attack route, and my money's probably on Sindark here, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see who
Yeah.
comes out ahead.
But the thing is,
you know.
Score was a really easy one to play. It's like so straightforward.
Yeah.
You just
That
go
is
in a
true.
lap, just hit the corners. Vayne missing one there.
So at 280, 196. At 280, 248. So Sindark pulling ahead a little bit on pace. With the
the-
time difference.
If Vayne does get this, it would be best case scenario because of how close it was. That means Sin has like dedicated the most possible time he
Yeah.
could have committed to getting this.
For sure. I think this is a good play from both of them, but you need to back it up with execution, and that's where the problem lies, is who has better execution.
Yeah. I mean, it'll still be an uphill battle to climb, but if Vayne does snipe this, it's actually possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely Sindark's lose condition is missing this, because this is such a huge point swing in this game. You either give 2 points to Vayne, or you give 4 points to Sindark.
And Sensei
By far.
on the score.
Yeah, I mean, Sindark likely just not staling tricks as much. I mean, both of them know how staling works, hopefully. I think Vayne was probably the person who introduced it to Sindark, frankly, when they were both running all characters, but a little bit of a better route has... Sindark has more multipliers than Vayne right now, despite being 2 seconds behind, and just like that...
Yeah, and Sin's gonna get it, and that's gonna be game.
Yeah, that's game. That's a bingo. All Sin needs is 1 point, and he is well within the pickings. And
Yeah,
like that,
kind of a crazy game. I think Vayne really put themselves in a hole early on with I mean, we talked about earlier. I wasn't in love with going mall. I mean, you definitely liked it as a play.
you have to
but-
route it really well.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
like,
don't think Vayne
to
had
make it
that.
work, you have to do it basically optimally for it to have any chance of being good. And
For sure.
Vayne unfortunately did not.
Yeah, I
And
think
it
there
was
are
like
two
a 4-1
people.
deficit.
Yeah, I think there are two people who can make that play work, and it's like special effects and Sindark.
Yeah, I don't even think I'd make that play work. I mean, I wouldn't even go for it, but yeah,
All right.
that's I think so. I think that was mostly routing mistakes. I mean, quite a few execution mistakes, if we're being honest, too, out of Vayne. That definitely. stopped any
It's
chance
hard
of
in games
work.
like that when, you know, Sindark gets such an early lead, and then the brink is where it's, you know, still just that big wall that you kind of run into while getting sniped all the time. It's hard. So
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Brink Snipe Fest.
it ultimately didn't matter that much, but it kind of just like kicked Vayne off a cliff as opposed to getting them back in the game. But
yeah,
we'll see how this next board goes.
So we have Dedication, Matan, Dumpster before race, also in Matan. And
Matan
also
is so strong.
Down at entrance. So Matan has a pretty fast 3 here. Yeah,
and also
really
Square Sweet Royale, the office vending machine, route it while you're going out.
Yeah.
This is balanced, but Matan is the clear starting play, I think. Everything else has really balanced stuff.
I'm kind of scanning everything else. Versum only has one super fast one.
Yeah, Versum is tonight's biggest loser on this board for sure. Pyramid's not great.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Pyramid would be the biggest loser in terms of collectibles. I mean, obviously it has two pointers, but
I think that's the only thing keeping it alive.
Yeah, and then Brink would be the second best area here, but 2 of them being docks and then 1 of them being the half pipes, they're not very comboable. Unlike the Matan ones, which are super comboable. So I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Comboable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You're allowed. Yeah, both of them instantly going to on. We'll see who gets the better zip. Sin, yeah, car crash incoming.
Second time failing a hideout zip, by the way. Failed one game 1 and 2 as well as, I believe.
Third time technically, but one of the times it didn't matter because both of them failed it. And Vayne getting a quick 2-point lead with their lead.
Yeah,
barely sniping.
I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually save and quit, and I believe it'd be faster than a death whoop or just climbing up normally. Maybe not a climb up actually. That didn't take that long.
I think a save quit is definitely slower than climbing back up. I think death orbit's close. I'm not sure. And Vayne's going to just get out.
Both players
Vayne
really
hitting a better zip, but
no, the car.
Oh no, getting hit by the car and missing the jump.
Okay, that's a big.
Oh, they're like 6.
Yeah, that's because the thing is, Vayne gets
that
out
is
of the
so
3-0
close. That's
right away.
insane. Oh.
We'll see what is Vayne doing here. Oh, that's a nice little zip. I have to say,
I love that zip.
Yeah, Sin a little bit faster into Brink. Okay, Sin could really get into the driver's seat here. That could be a really pivotal series of events for Vayne. There.
Yeah, we'll see how they both route it for sure. I think
you definitely start with docks.
I would agree with that. Vayne going to start with the RoboPost, but missing the zip. Thing the carried speed, while Syndark, I mean, doesn't get straight to the raft. So
grabbing the raft now.
A quick trade. I mean, neither of them really punished for their execution mistakes.
Yeah, trade is best case scenario here for Vayne.
The only consolation prize is that Syndark is going to get ahead to the control switch room, so
Vayne just leaving. I don't know if I love this, because this is also just a really slow way to get out, and then you're also just forfeiting this last square. We'll see if Sin even goes for it. I have to assume he does. It's kind of a...
You're in a good spot to zip to it, for sure.
Thing is getting away from it is the tricky part, and so Sin not doing it. Yeah, I get that.
I don't blame him, yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think, where do both players want priority for right now? Vayne doing this square collectible, which I don't know how I feel about. I feel like there's too many faster collectibles on the board. Starting hideout? No, never mind. Just a spray.
No, getting it for boost. I mean, I like that play personally from Syndark. You're gonna be back here anyways, so might as well spray for boost.
That's totally fine.
I mean, Syndark has spent so long just getting to square again that I don't think Vayne is really punished for going for Plume, and I mean, going to go into Maul, I don't love Maul, if I'm being honest.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. It all depends on if a flying fish. Actually, I don't even think you go for the flying fish first. I think you go do the zip for 2 days off, save and quit, flying fish, save and quit again, or just fall down and then go for a gum. If you do with all that first try, flawless execution, that's really good. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's one.
Vayne got secret room behind couch and it didn't work.
I wasn't watching. Are you 100% sure? And it wasn't like a different collectible?
Yeah, I had to catch that for them.
Okay.
Interesting that didn't.
Are you sure it wasn't chapter 4 start? That's what I
No, it's
I was watching
secret room.
Spin.
It's secret room behind couch on my end.
Yeah, but did Vayne grab chapter 4 start?
Hold on, wait, let me look.
Where's the Clippers? We need the
Someone
Clippers
clip
in
it,
chat. Bites is saying yes. Oh, this is like
Interesting.
this is
Okay,
unfortunate.
that's
This is really unfortunate for Vayne. So yeah, that's a lot of wasted time and not even getting the collectible. But at the end of the day, that is obviously there's a little bit of confusion, but that's board vision for you. So
yeah, I mean,
not much you could blame besides yourself there if you're Vayne. The issue, Ninja, was Vayne got the collectible that's like near the couches in the garage of Hideout instead of the one behind, like in the secret room, and there's some confusion there.
I swear I thought I saw them slide under. Damn, I'm blind. Tragic.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at all. I was looking entirely on Sin. Missing an up dog. Oh my god, he gets stuck on top of the building, so you're not avoiding out. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a tilter, dude. Vayne was in such a great position for this game too. I mean, we'll see. I was totally still winnable, but
points are still tied. But Syndark getting on a maul.
Missing another
going into
dog.
Versa. Interesting.
Versa.
I don't know how I feel about going into Versum. I'm really surprised that DJ Cyber is still on the board. I feel like DJ Cyber is such a high priority here compared to Versum. I feel like Versum's so bad.
I mean, Strawberry Missile super fast. Bizarre Wall Run's like, if you get a first try, it's actually really fast.
I mean, I would definitely route this in reverse, where you go Versum after DJ Cyber, especially with Vayne like in Matan. It gives you some time to me.
I mean, I think either would be totally fine. Especially Vayne's just having so much trouble on Matan. This has been rough. Oh no! Oh, that broke my heart.
Has Vayne kept a death warp this whole time?
I think they're trying to. I have no idea if they did it successfully. Dude, getting off these billboards is actually super annoying.
Yeah, I agree. This is the worst collectible in the game if you don't just hit the zip strat. Seems like Vayne is... Oh, that's definitely killed Death Warp, though.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they kept it.
But
taxi
going
out.
to taxi out. I mean, Syndark's just been having a field day, and Versum, it seems...
Yeah, just grabbing 2, and then probably going to go do DJ Cyber now, would be my guess. I think Hideout Rep would be fine. I think those are the only 2 plays that make a lot of sense here. Grabbing the Square Taxi, always useful.
It's the correct collectible from Vayne that time.
Yeah, so you see, the collectible was actually there, so yeah, Vayne, if it wasn't already confirmed, Vayne 100% grabbed the wrong one earlier. They're doing Hideout Rep. Oh, Sin falling.
Ooh, I mean, this is okay. I feel like, you know, DJ Cyber, obviously a bit faster, a bit better board position, but it depends how you flex out of that. Also, it's possible that Vayne is just partialing stuff, which I don't know if I agree with. I think Hideout's one of the worst partials in the game.
I have to assume they commit to it. I mean, committing would be the best play here, in my opinion.
I definitely agree, but this route has been weird so far, and I'm pretty sure Vayne knows the Hideout Rep route.
Looking like a pretty clean DJ Cyber so far from Syndark.
Yeah, this is definitely... This is an interesting game. Vayne is in fact partialing.
That's insane to me. I mean, where are you going?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
So what, you go do Pyramid? I guess if you get Rise, excuse me.
And Storage dying. It was such a
I
bad
have
play
died.
that he's
I have
exploding.
I'm not gonna lie, this has been a really sloppy game, kind of from both players. But
Yeah. This is definitely the one game that's like, I feel like it's kind of looking like both of them are feeling really kind of gassed out after.
yeah, because the first 3 games have been
first 3 games.
bang outs, and bingo is like the type of game that really like you have to do so much thinking, and then while playing it really taxes the brain.
It is exhausting.
So
And you know, whoever wins this set has a best of 5 afterwards as well. So
yeah,
you know, it's one of those tough things that it's gonna be intense.
This is kind of best case scenario for Vayne. Vayne's gonna have a lead into Rise, and then with hideout partialed, this could go really well for Vayne. Assuming Vayne wins this race, which they have a decent head start for. But I mean, with the execution we've been seeing, I mean, anything's possible.
I mean, just like that, Syndark's ahead.
Yeah, where is Vayne
And-
going? No way they just walk it. Dude, you can't be walking it in winners semis down 2-1,
Yeah.
dude. You gotta have some
Sin-
faith to hit a zip.
Sin is going to do this really fast. I mean, this isn't necessarily over because I do think Syndark's. I do think one of our players is a bit delayed. I don't know which one, but
Yeah, that would be the only hope. I mean, I think this kind of shows the mental state Vayne is in, like not having confidence in yourself to go for that zip.
oof.
It's just like that's just not where you want to be at, and it looks like Sin
And
gonna
Syndark
get-
pulling ahead.
Yeah, so
It's
that
everywhere. Shambles.
that was Vayne's one shot to come back. I mean,
God, that is nuts. That took just a minute 20 from Syndark.
yeah, Rise is fast. Rise could be really fast. if done
That's
right.
so insane.
I'm honestly really glad I'm seeing that now before my match, because I did not know it was that fast, and I didn't really even know
Yeah.
the optimal way to do it. But I'm very glad to see that. Have that info. I mean, Vayne has to
Weird
snipe
zip
on
from
everything.
Vayne, but dip in.
I'm curious where Sin will go. I mean, literally anything wins except hideout rep.
Yeah. I mean, Vayne's not even going hideout rep, so in theory, you could technically just go straight to hideout rep.
So everything, including hideout rep, is winning.
Notably, there is a bingo on the board in column 5.
I mean,
We're not having this again because Syndark's going to block
I think
it.
Sin could ignore the bingo and still win.
I mean, I do agree with that, but I think it's funny that we have a similar situation in both. Ooh, Syndark catching the rail. Here's how Vayne can still win. Never mind. Syndark blocking the bingo. Just needs one more point. I imagine Bizarre versus I mean, Vayne's in a decent enough spot to block it, but Pirate's Life for me or Second Sight. I mean, Second Sight is pretty fast. All things considered for mall stuff.
Vayne has to guess all 4 squares correctly in a row and then out execute Syndark on every single one.
Yeah. And I mean, it looks like Vayne's just committing to hideout rep, which is a losing play. And I think that will.
It's an impossible situation.
I think that will close the set out after such an intense series.
Yeah, kind of a heartbreaking way to end, because I thought Vayne was in a really good position in this game up until the hideout fiasco. If Vayne gets the right collectible there cleanly with and able to just keep playing, because Vayne also had a lot of execution mistakes in Baton after that. I don't know how much of that was due to the little being frazzled by that whole ordeal. I have to imagine it didn't help.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's hard in situations like that where you made such an obvious mistake that you shouldn't be making, especially if you're in the mindset oh, I'm in semifinals. I just beat one of the top seeds in pretty convincing fashion. It was close, but you know,
It was a strong win for sure.
it was definitely a sign oh, Vayne is very worthy of being here. And then keeping it close in game 2, making such an obvious mistake, that tilts me off the planet. I know.
Yeah.
such a tragedy. And Supersonic, I'm kind of curious too. Like Telebinge, I think is what made this game in the column 5, row 5, the bottom left corner or bottom right corner.
I mean, after bomb beats, what's bomb beats? 5 extra posts.
I mean,
grab that.
It's such a strong bingo threat. Like,
oh yeah, that's when. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just surprised that like you don't gun for that. I mean, I know I'm a little bit more prone to looking for bingos like on purpose, but like that's such a strong threat. You have the 2 Brink collectibles, the 2 Matan collectibles, and then hideout rep. That's so fat.
Yeah, I mean for sure. I remember not liking Bane's decision to leave right after that either. It's also it's a lot of hindsight 2020.
100%.
Like you have to think Bane's starting from that RoboPost room, which is like as far away as you really can be from.
Right.
So you have to walk over to the bus or climb up. I guess it would be faster to go up the stairs and then zip across on the double billboards. And then you have to walk back. Meanwhile, Sin notices you'll beat Sin in the square and Sin will have a head start to wherever area. Like, I don't know. I think it's... I mean, I did criticize Vayne for it at the time, but even now thinking back, I don't even know if I would call that a mistake.
I mean, the bingo is a lot of seeing reactions to your actions and then planning for those actions in your mind in hindsight. And I think that's one of the things that makes bingo so fun to play is like anything can happen, It's such a dynamic and complicated game, and it's really hard to work out your win state. And I mean, incredible work. Both of our players, I think going into this set, we were expecting a pretty clean match from Sindark, but Vayne, I think single-handedly you proved yourself. You definitely belong here over me, I think.
I got my one.
Holy shit.
I mean, that one was insane.
That one was really sick.
Fun.
This entire set has been fucking crazy.
I didn't even
one of the
feel
best
like I
sets
was
of the
winning
league
that
for
first
sure.
game, and then Sindark was just like FF. I was like, what?
I was
I actually
mega
said
tilted.
Like I like in hindsight, like yeah, I get
That
it
was
now.
super.
but-
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, literally, Sin just didn't feel like flipping the coin. Like, I don't know. It was,
I will say we spent the entire scouting time of the second board talking about that forfeit.
yeah.
We were like, what happened? Holy shit. Was it just a tilt forfeit? You were just like, oh, fuck this game, go
I'm
next.
just done because all I have to
you know
do,
what, fair
all I
enough.
do, if I just don't do rep brink and just get the 3 collectibles and not mind game myself way too hard, I think that was the biggest issue. I mind game myself.
Yeah, fair. enough.
One game you don't ego.
Yeah, the one match I'm like, no. I was like,
I mean-
no, surely Vayne's just sitting in mall, or I forgot where they were. It was either
it's-
pyramid or mall. and then they just
I was
showed
heading
Brink,
over
and
to
like,
pyramid.
fuck,
I was
it
in
makes
pyramid
sense.
I was in pyramid when you FF'd.
I mean, the thing is,
Yeah, it
Oh,
was,
you were
it was a
involved
weird
then.
game.
no,
It
he
was
was.
very strange.
Well, thing is, like, where you were, Sin, when you see Vayne grab that Versum reward, like, you were faster getting out of there than Vayne was.
You also
Yeah,
did
you
you,
both were
did you have
Versum.
pyramid rep? Because if you have pyramid rep, you just beat me there.
Apparently,
then,
he had a 24 head start.
Yeah, 24, and then you also had half of mall pre-sprayed. So it's
Yeah.
like, I said it was 50-50. I don't even think it was 50-50.
I
think Sin-
like
got
that's how
tilted.
I was reading it, like in game. I was like,
Nah,
like I
it's-
mean,
you
I'll
Should have been a
grab.
3-up, but it wasn't.
I was like, I'm gonna grab this person collect. I'm fair enough. I'm gonna grab this
I mean-
person collectible, and I'm just gonna go do whatever in pyramid. I'm gonna fucking lose, and then I see like GG in chat, like okay. Very well
I mean-
played. I got pretty fucking owned.
I don't even think so. I think those games were all very close on
there's-
the one decision,
close
the
in
one
ways.
snipe. I mean, that first game was so insane. You both were tapped the fuck into the
like
Neuralink
5 burrows, you guys were.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no.
to back
dude,
to
that
back
shit-
to back.
Dude, I saw that shit happen. And I was like, I know this is sick as fuck.
It was
Man,
sick as fuck.
cool.
And you both exited out of it tied, which is like even like I don't think that's ever happening again. I'm gonna be so real. That was something for the ages. Holy shit. But I mean, I think even, you know, Sindark saying it was meant to be a 3-0, but
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree. I think Vayne, you played that excellently. I think well deserved spot in semifinals, but you know, gotta say goodbye to you for this season. Anything you're coming away with as you leave?
I don't know. Game's hype. I wish, like, I mean, I've had a lot of other shit going on, so like I
Right.
haven't really gotten a chance to really, like, sit down and like try to practice this, like, because there is a part of me that's like, it's like, I don't, like, I have a bunch of other shit going on. I don't really care about bingo now. But then there's another side of me that's like, I do kind of still care about bingo, but it's just like I can't. I don't want to like sit down and do all this practice and shit that I would like probably want to do if I really
Right.
wanted to, you know, bite down on this shit. But I think for not doing all that, I did fine. I wasn't really like concerned with my performance or anything like that, but I think I did better than I thought I would. That's true. I made some good matches. We made some good matches. That's what I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going away with that as my set of the season for sure. That was just such a beautifully played game from both of you. Like, so much complex bingo knowledge going on and some really great execution. I think that set was amazing. Sindark, anything you want to say before we get to grand finals? I mean, your opponent's in the VC.
Fuck baton opening. Shit is stupid. Oh my god. I was so proud to lose this match. She was like, fuck, we're going to a game 5 after I get sniped twice. God.
Did I snipe you to dedication like each
Yeah.
time?
You sniped into the first
And
two.
Terraza, because I'm over here like, all right, surely, you know, like they would mess up, and I was like, nah, I shouldn't be like they would mess up fucking hideout zip when they have too much time at fucking any percent while I have like 2 hours in it. Oh my god.
That's funny. Alright, well. GG's. Well,
Yeah, I mean, fantastic work, both of you. It's been great to see. I mean, between you, Ness, Limey, both of you, Ness, Limey, I mean, 4 of my best friends playing fucking BRC bingo with me. It's been a fucking blast, and you know, thank you so much for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure. Goodbye forever, Vayne. We'll never see you again because Sindark's progressing on to grand finals, and we're gonna have that in about 5 minutes, chat.
I've been waiting for. Fuck this match.
I
don't care.
I'm so excited. We're gonna have 2 of the best players in the entire league, Storied and Sindark, facing off against each other. I'm very excited. It's been a hell of a month, and I just want to get it started. So we'll see you back in about 5 minutes. Hopefully, if we're on schedule, we'll see. But good luck, both of you, and thank you again for playing. Vayne, you're gonna join us on comms, I'm sure.
Yes.
But we'll see you in about 5 minutes, chat. Don't go anywhere. Grand finals coming up next.